In this video, we're gonna go over how to do a barbell hip thrust. Okay, so you're gonna need two pieces of equipment for the barbell hip thrust. You're gonna need the barbell with some weights, and you're gonna need a bench. I prefer to use the aerobic steps as a bench because I'm able to adjust how many steps I use to make sure that it fits my body and height appropriately. If you're using some of the other benches, like that you would use for a chest press or any other movement in the gym, they're going to be preset, and that might be too tall and that might be too low for you, and then you're not going to feel the movement in the right way. So I like to grab the aerobic steps, but if you don't have access to those, whatever bench you are using, the easiest way to find out if it's going to work for you and be the right height is when you get down into the movement, you set up with your back straight on the side of the bench. You want to feel the corner of the bench in your lower part of your shoulder blades. That's the biggest key. That's how you're gonna know that when you get into the movement, you're actually going to feel it in your glutes, okay? If you don't, if it's too high, it's too low, you're not gonna feel it in the right spots. You're gonna drag that barbell up your thighs, up into sitting into your hip crease, and then you're gonna drive your shoulder blades into the corner of the bench. From here, you're gonna get your feet set up. So you want your toes on a slight angle out. You want your feet shoulder width apart, and it's important that when you get up into the hip thrust, you're actually going to make sure that your heels and your knees are in line and they're straight up and down, and so your shins are basically parallel with the wall across from you. You're also going to make sure that you keep your chin tucked down towards your chest, and from here, once you've got that all set up, what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath in, you're going to engage that core, and you're going to squeeze those glutes, and you're going to drive through your hips up into your hip thrust. From here, breathe in, coming on the way down. Let those hips drop, keeping your eyes face forward, and you're going to squeeze those glutes on the way up again. You want to go through a full range of movement here, so make sure to take a good pace, not rushing through it, really feeling those glutes do the work. And you want to make sure you keep those abs engaged because you don't want to be pushing through your abdominals. You want to be pushing through your glutes and through your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And now you've done it. You've performed a barbell hip thrust.